So how many of you remember the yesterday's content, whatever we have discussed? You can type in the chat. Whatever we have discussed on yesterday, you can type in the chat. Just try to recall the things, no matter whether you understand those specific things or not. At least you can type in the chat whatever we have discussed. So we discussed about the class, how we can create the class. Okay. After that, constructor. Okay. So before you can say that more specific functions or methods, right? So methods, we have seen the for the functions, we have seen the return type as well, different return types. Apart from this, we have also seen the parameters as well, means how we can pass the parameter to a method. After that, we have seen about the constructors. ठीक है, कंस्ट्रक्टर में क्या क्या देखे, जीरो आर्ग्यूमेंट कंस्ट्रक्टर, राइट, जीरो आर कंस्ट्रक्टर एंड parameterized constructor, right? Then after that, so how to create the object, how to create the object. First of all, guys, have you understood why we have to create the object? First and most important thing, why we have to create the object. For example, suppose I'm declaring a variable of type static string name. Now, will you tell me, can I able to access this variable system dot out dot print ln name? Can I able to access this variable? Yes, no. See the type of the variable. You can also apply static, non-static to a variable as well, to a method as well. Yes, no. Variable type is static. Think and give me the answer. Let me run this Java ESC2 dot Java. So what will be the output? A default value or any compilation error? No. I'm able to get the output. Why? Because of type of variable. It is static. If I remove the static keyword, now will you tell me, will I able to access this? No. So it is like you can say that you are accessing a non-static variable in a static field, right? So if a variable is non-static, even if a method is also non-static, for example, let me give you one simple method, which is, first we will take the static method, okay? Public static void say hello, okay? और इसको कमेंट आउट कर देते हैं और इसको ही ले लेते हैं, ठीक है? Say hello. So it will just print hello. Okay. Now tell me answer for this. If I want to call this method, so what I have to do? It is not returning anything. So directly can I call using the name? Yes, of course. Okay. Now tell me output for this. Come on, fast. I'm starting with the very basic. Give me the answer. Hello, because the method is static, right? So let's see the output. Yeah, we are getting the hello. What if I return the keyword static? Tell me answer for this now. Will I able to call this method now? So again, you will get the same kind of error. The non-static method you are trying to call from the static area. Okay. So why we create the object? Tell me the reason behind creating the object. So we know that first of all, Java is very good in the memory management, right? And remember one thing, the fields in the sense of variables, then the methods which are static in the nature, they will be directly loaded into the RAM. They will be available in the RAM. Okay, whether you are going to use it or not. For example, there is one more method over here. Okay, public static void then uh, do something. Okay. And there is suppose 1,000 lines of code written over here. Okay. Similar to that, we have multiple methods. Okay. Do something one. Okay. And 1,000 lines of code has been written over here. So what do you think? Whenever I'm going to run my code, I'm not using these two methods from, I'm not calling these two methods from the main method. Okay. Means you can say that these two methods are there, but right now I'm not utilizing those methods. Right. But what do you think? If the nature of the fields, if it's static, means if it is a static method or static variable, they will be loaded into the RAM. So they will be available into the RAM. So don't you think that unnecessarily they will be using your space? Even though means right now I'm not using them, but they are available in the RAM. So you know that RAM is the something normally it is a processing memory. Means if you are opening any application, so right now suppose you open the Zoom, right? So first it is present in your hard disk. When you open, it is getting loaded into the RAM. So RAM is one of the very important part of your system, right? So unnecessarily you can say that these two methods will also be available with this number of lines of code. So so don't you think that whenever it is required, then only load the method? Don't you think it is a good idea? So this is the reason we create the object. So and normally, if the method is normally having the more uses, you can say that more frequently used method we make as a static. If those methods, if we are not using the frequently, so directly we make them as a non-static in the nature. And whenever you require, then create the object of that class and call those methods. So when you create the object, whatever the non-static members of a class is there, they may be variable, they may be the methods. They will be loaded into the RAM. So is it clear the objective behind creating the objects? Please confirm why we create the object. Please confirm, is it clear? Or if you have any doubt, you can raise the hand. This we will clear your doubt if you have any specific doubt on this. Clear? Now, how to create the object? For example, I want to create the object of this class whose name is PSC2. How to create the object? So that's the reason, na, Rahul. In order to, you can say that manage your memory, we create mostly in Java. Means I told you, when we have to make the things as a static. So those members which are frequently used, make them as a static. Okay, and those members which we required at a specific time, then make them a non-static. Okay, so yeah, so how we can create the object of a class whose name is PSC2. So the name of the class, that any variable you can take. I'm taking the variable as obj. Use the new keyword and the constructor. So constructor may be a zero argument constructor or parameterized constructor. Right now I'm giving the parameterized constructor. Now tell me, is it a parameterized or zero argument first of all? Am I giving the parameterized constructor? No, it is a zero argument constructor, right? Zero or yeah. So is there any zero or constructor you are able to see in this class? Is there any zero or constructor? Is there any zero or constructor in the class? No? Then where it is? Then where it is? So remember one thing, whenever your compiler compile your code, whenever your compiler compile your code, it will first check whether user has given any zero argument constructor or not. If you haven't given, so that compiler will add constructor in your code and compile your code. Okay, then it will convert your source code into the bytecode. Okay, so it is there, but when who are going to give the default constructor, you can say that it will be given by the compiler, Java compiler in short. Okay, so let's try to print this variable. Will you tell me the answer for this? So we will keep one method. Till now, if you know the answer, just tell me the answer for this. What is the answer for this? So you will get again. Okay, first see the answer. See, I am printing the object variable. Let's see the answer. Hmm. So what is this? So this is one kind of memory address. Okay, but again, this is not the actual address that we are sharing. Again, because of security reason, we don't share the actual memory address, means actual RAM address. We don't share. We how what we share exactly. This is the one kind of hash code. You can say that right now. Just remember, some hashing technique is there in order to convert actual memory address to some hash numbers. So after doing some hashing, this address is going to come. And again, this is not the actual address. We don't actually share the original address of your memory. Okay. Now, uh, yeah. So we are able to create the object of this class using the zero argument constructor. So how to call this say hello method using the variable of this object. So obj dot say hello. Okay. Now let's see the output. Now you're going to get the output as hello. Now let us try to uh, give one parameterized constructor. So how to create the parameterized constructor? It is very similar to a method, but it do not have any return type. Okay, and again, it is not static in the nature. It is always non-static. So very simple. You can apply the access modifier. Right now, we are just using the public access modifier. Okay, so public, then the name of the class, and you can have the parameter whatever you want to pass. For example, I'm passing the name. I'm just uncommenting this instance variable as well. I'm just trying to give the instance variable. I'm just trying to initialize that instance variable. You can say that. Okay, now, okay. Now, first of all, I have given the parameterized constructor, and what exactly I am doing at line number 16, I am creating the object of this class, but by using the zero argument constructor. How many of you understood this? Am I using the parameterized constructor over here? Am I passing any parameter right now? Yes, no, no. Okay. Now, will you tell me, will I able to print line number 17 and will I able to call that say hello method? Will you just tell me, is it possible? Yes or no? Just you can give me answer in this way. This is very interesting example. So let's see some observation. You are going to get one kind of problem or error. Let's see. What is the error? Constructor PSC2 in the class cannot be applied to the given type. Zero. This is what I have written. So if you see the reason, actual and the formal argument list is different in the length. Means what? Over here, you are creating the object by using the zero argument constructor, but in your code, parameterized constructor is given. Yes or no? But if you remember the statement, whatever I have told you, key, if you don't give the constructor, then who is going to provide you the constructor or default constructor? Who is going to provide default constructor? Your compiler, right? Now, compiler is again very smart. So before compiling your code, it will check whether user has given any type of the constructor or not. So what do you think? Whether user has given the any type of the constructor right now? Which constructor दिए अपन ने? Yes, we have given the parameterized constructor. So compiler, when compiler is going to identify there is a constructor which is parameterized. So what do you think? Will compiler provide you a default constructor? No. Compiler is very selfish. If user has given any type of constructor, compiler will not provide you a default constructor. And always remember, default constructor is always a zero argument constructor. Now, how to create the object using the zero argument constructor? Then only one solution from our side only. We need to create the zero argument constructor. So public PSC2. This is what our zero argument constructor. And if you want to give any default variable to an instance variable, you can give. For example, I am giving the value to the name as a default. Now, tell me output for this. What output I'm going to get? Tell me output for this. So first, line number 21, I will get some address. Then for say hello, you are going to get hello, right? Now let us try to give along with the this printing statement. I am going to add the name as well. Okay. Now tell me output for this. Output for this, when I'm going to call this say hello, it will print hello plus name and what value we are giving to the name. So definitely we are creating the object using the zero argument constructor. If it is a zero argument constructor, we are initializing this name variable with some default string. Okay, so definitely the answer will be hello default. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, let's see the output. Getting it? Now, is there any doubt whatever I did? Is there any doubt? Because if you have any doubt, at least raise the hand. I will try to unmute you and we will discuss. Okay, no doubt. Okay, fine. Now, let us try to create the object using the parameterized constructor, and I want to give name as Rajat. For example, I want to print hello Rajat. Now tell me what I need to do. Just you need to give me the syntax in the chat. I want to print the output as hello Rajat by creating the object using the parameterized constructor. Type the syntax in the chat. You have the syntax for the reference, line number 20 and 22. Reference is already there. You just need to give me the syntax which is required to print hello Rajat and creating the object using the parameterized constructor. Come on, type in the chat. Okay, Ajarish. So using that variable, also you need to call the method as well, right? So Isnia, if you see that obj.psc2, you cannot call the constructor using some object variable. Always remember your constructor is getting called only once. Always remember this is very important and important difference as well. You can call your methods number of times, but your constructor is getting called only once. And when you create the object, एक ही बार call होगा constructor. So yeah. So Vibhor, you are creating the object using zero argument constructor. Just think it's right. Then next statement is you are calling the method. Say hello. Okay. Chaitanya. Okay. Yeah, you are right. Just see if I okay. Let me comment out this. Let us try to create the object using the parameterized constructor. Okay. PSC2 obj equals to new PSC2 and I'm giving the string as Rajat. Is it sufficient to print hello Rajat? Is it sufficient to print hello Rajat? First of all, tell me. No. See, let's see how exactly this is working. Okay. So when I give the value in the constructor, okay, means definitely line which line will get executed first of all, tell me. when I supply some string, so which constructor is going to get called? We have the two constructor at line number 9, at line number 13. So which constructor will get called when I supply some string? So definitely this constructor who has the parameter of type string will get called. Now after that, what you are doing? You are giving value to the name variable as Rajat. So now this string will be equals to what? Rajat. Can I say that? Now after that, in order to call this method, say hello, I need to use this variable, yes or no? And it do not have any parameter. So just use obj dot say hello to print hello Rajat. Let's try to print it. Okay. obj dot say hello. ठीक है? And okay, let me turn off my camera as well. Okay, let's see the output. Getting the output as per the expectation. Now, is it clear how you can call the zero argument constructor, how you can call the parameterized constructor? Now, we use constructor to give the values. We have the other ways as well to give the value to the instance variable. Will you tell me what are the other ways to give the value to the instance variable other than the parameterized constructor? Which methods we have seen yesterday to give the value to the parameterized is to the instance variable? Which methods we have seen? Do you remember? Which methods are there to give the value to the instance variable? So they are set, yeah, setter and getters. Nice. Okay, fine. Let's solve one problem. Already the problem statement is written over here. Who wants to volunteer this? Anyone wants to volunteer? Come on, we have very less time. We are having two problems. So anyone wants to volunteer? This is on the class and objects and the constructor as well. Anyone wants to volunteer? Any new face? Let's ask to Rajat. Hi Rajat.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. How are you?
Fine, sir. And how are you, sir?
I'm also good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So for example, this is the problem statement. Okay,
Mhm.
read it.
Write a class with the name wall. The class needs two field instance variables with the
Okay.
name width and height of type double.
Yeah.
And the class needs to
Okay.
have
Fine. Okay, stop. So have you understood this line? These two lines? What you need to do? You need to create a
yeah,
class. And what will be the name of that class?
a wall.
Wall. Okay. Now the class needs two fields. Instance variable means where exactly you need to write these two fields. They are
Mm,
instance variable. Instance means inside the class, outside the methods. Yes or no? Let us try to implement our question step by step. Okay. So we will first create a class name as a wall and two instance variable with the name as width and the height of type. Type of variable is what?
double.
Double. It is not int. Okay. So let us try to create. ठीक है class create करते हैं. See, from the very basic, we are creating a class. Please give the concentration. Name of the class is wall.java. Okay. How to create a class, Rajat?
Yes, sir. Class first I will, yeah.
Class, then name,
Then
wall,
wall.
then
Yes.
opening and closing brackets, right?
Yeah,
Two
curly
instance
brackets.
variable of type what? Double. Name is height
Height
and
and width.
width. Width. And also, guys, for the instance variable, you can have the access modifier. If you do not give any access modifier, will you tell me what type of access modifier it has? If I don't give any access modifier to a variable,
And that is public, sir.
no, by default, it will not be a public. By default, it is default only. We have four access modifier. Okay, what are those? Okay, let me give you idea of four access modifier. They are public, then we have default, then we have private, then we have protected. These four access modifiers are there, and you can apply this four to any variable. Okay, if a variable, I'm not going to go in much more deep of this access modifier, but remember, if it is public, anyone can access. If it is protected, means you can say that, okay, protected over here, it will come on third number, and at the last, you will be having a private. So if it is protected, someone can access it, but by using inheritance. What is inheritance? It is again other topic. But let me give you idea about the private, because I'm going to use the private over here. If variable is private now, then it is accessible only within a class. Are you getting me? If a variable is private, then it is accessible only within a class. Same apply for a method as well. So I don't want to expose this variable, so I can make them as a private. Okay, again, it depends on your application, which variable you want to make private, public, default. Okay, is it clear till now? Okay, for a default now, so to explain the default, you should know the concept of the package. So we haven't understood about the package, so I'm not going to explain about it. So just now, I'm going to use the private. I have given you idea, and for public, we are using it mostly. So I'm giving the means already you know about public now. So will you tell me same access modifier we can apply for a class as well? So right now there is no any access modifier. So will you tell me which access modifier is there? Which access modifier is there? Definitely. If I don't give any access modifier, default will be there. Is it clear, Rajat?
Yes, sir.
You can ask me any doubt, Rajat, if you have. Means suppose, let me give you idea why actually I unmute the students. Okay, so suppose Rajat is there. If Rajat is asking some doubt now, so it is I am sure that at least 30 to 40% of the class having the similar kind of doubt. So using any volunteer, I am able to cover maximum of the doubt. Okay, so this is also one of the reason to unmute you. So don't miss feel that key I'm trying to disturb you or I'm just trying. No one is going to judge you as well. I'm also giving you the opportunity to talk with me and also try to help to solve a given problem. Meanwhile, you are also going to get more learning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So also means I want new faces as well. You guys means I don't know why others don't raise the hand, but try to raise your hands. Okay, fine. Come to our point. Now read this line.
The class needs to have two constructors. The first constructor does not have any parameter, no argument constructor, and the second constructor has parameter width and height of type double, and it needs to initialize the fields.
Okay.
In case the width is less than 0, it needs to set the width field value to 0. In case the height parameter is less than 0, it needs to set the height field value to 0.
So how many constructor we need to create? Two
Uh,
constructor. One is a no argument constructor, means we do not need to add any argument at that time. So you can set up with some default value. And second constructor is of type parameter having width and height of double type. And it needs to initialize the fields means what? Have you understood this? It needs to initialize the fields. So what is the purpose of the constructor first of all? Purpose of the constructor is to initialize your instance variable. This is what it is telling you. It needs to initialize the fields. Which fields? The instance variable. Is it clear?
yes, sir.
Mahesh. So I use private access modifier because I don't want anyone to access this variable outside the class. So that's the reason why I want to make this variable specific to this class only. Okay. So let us try to create two constructor. One is it right? Rajat, zero argument constructor.
Mm, yes, sir. 0.
Okay. You can give some default value to this height and width.
With
Suppose I'm giving default value as
0.
0.0,
Mm.
and this dot
With
width is equals to 0.0.
0.
Let us give the parameterized constructor. Help me with the syntax. First of what I need
Mm.
to write?
Same, sir. Public wall.
Public
Wall.
wall. See, the
Bracket.
constructor name is same as that of the class name. अगर spelling भी
Mm.
W, if you give the W as a small, it will not accept it. You will get compilation problems. Now, as a parameter, I need to pass
Sir, W is a small or okay.
capital.
This
It is capital.
capital.
See, class name. Class name is wall. W is capital.
Here, sir, W is also capital, na?
We
Yeah.
see for the naming convention, no, we always follow the Pascal naming convention for the class. If you remember our first day, okay. So for Pascal naming convention, first word is always capital, and for a constructor name is same as that of the class name. So definitely the name should be very similar.
So,
But
sir,
in
the
case of
font is small in third one of this wall means first, second, third. Uh, Here W is font is somewhere small, sir, from the upper one. Yeah, yeah, this
but
one is.
okay, so might be
Uh,
you are able to see, but it is caps only. See.
yeah, caps is there.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we need to initialize the instance variable by using the parameterized constructor. So same value also, same variable name also I can give, or you can give the different variable name. So it totally depends on you. Same variable name, for example, in case of height, if I give ht only, means I'm trying to give the different variable name so that you can also see the difference. And this is the width.
Mm-hmm.
So this time you do not need to use this keyword. ठीक है, this keyword normally used to differentiate between the local variable and the distance variable. So directly you can use it this way. Height will be equals to ht, and sorry, width equals to wt. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now it totally depends on you whether you want to use this or not. So definitely if I want to use the same variable name, for example, in this way, uh, width, okay. So
Yeah,
at this time you have to use this keyword. Suppose if you tell key sir, if I use in this way, now will you tell me which are these two variables?
The first one is the instance one, na? So this will be we have to use this dot.
Which variable this is? So
Starting.
this both are local variables, means whatever values you are going to supply, only you are interchanging over here. Means you are not assigning the values to this two variable. They will be initialized with the default only, means 0.0. At the end, you will going to get 0.0 only. Let us see one of the example over here. So this will clear your doubt. Public static void. ठीक है? I'm going to create the object of the class. So tell me how I can create the object of this class, Rajat?
Sir, first we have
Name
to
of
take
the
class name,
class, any
then
variable,
yeah,
new
new, and
wall.
again
And
class name.
I want to create using the parameterized constructor. So you can pass the value of your height and width. For
Yes,
example,
sir.
you are giving height as
12,
12.0 and width as
comma.
10.5. Okay.
Yes.
Now I want to access the height and width. Okay.
Mm.
Height is. So using obj variable, I can access, right?
Yes, sir.
Obj dot
Obj dot
height.
height.
Similarly, I can access the width as well. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now tell me answer for this. If I print this, so what height and width I will get? Will you able to get this
12
12.5
and
and
10.5. Yeah.
10.5?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? But see over here what I'm doing. Will I assigning the value to this instance variable which I am accessing over here? I'm using the same variable name, na? So you are not differentiating between the instance variable and the local variable. These are the local variable. Or and whatever this variable you are using now over here, they are also the local. In order to access instance variable, you have to use this keyword. So let us see first output what exactly we are going to get, and then it will be like default value you are going to get, right? Okay, so I need to call this specific class. Class name is wall.java. So this output is coming from the previous class. Okay, now are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
These are the default value, means you are not able to initialize those instance variables. So use this keyword. Or for example, will you tell me uh, if I pass st and wd, means I just change the name. Now see the difference. st wd. Now will you tell me the output now? Now variable names are different now. Now can I get these values whatever I am passing? Now see the time, this time result. See the
Yes, sir.
result.
This time we get.
Now are you able to feel the difference? Okay, now it totally depends on you how you give the names. Is it clear?
Sir,
Okay. Yeah,
in previous one, sir, we are means
this one.
we are not giving this dot height, so it will take
Now I can give the this dot height, for example.
mm,
Now you are differentiating between the instance variable and the local variable. When you use this, it is referring to this variables. Okay, and whatever this height is there, this is the height that is coming as a parameter. Now again, this time you are going to get the same output. Getting it? Please confirm.
yes, sir.
Okay, so now let's go back to our problem. Now read the statement. This one.
Write the following methods.
Hmm.
That is instance methods. Method name get without any parameter. It needs to return the value of with field,
Hmm.
and method name get height without any parameters. It needs to return the value of height field,
Hmm.
and method name set with one parameter of type double. It needs to set the value of the width field. If the mhm,
Yeah, you can say that it is a validation, means if it is less than zero, we have to set it zero, means if
mhm,
someone supplies the negative values. But before that, if you see this statement, in case of width is less than zero, it needs to be set with the, means again, one more validation we have to apply in the parameterized constructor. We have just given very simple parameterized constructor, right? So let us try to apply the validation. Suppose if height is less than 0, or if width is also someone trying to give the negative value, then at that time set up your height and width equals to 0. Yes or no?
yes,
Else,
sir.
in the else part, just give the original values. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, is it clear what I did over here? Just the validation also applying, I am applying in the constructor. Okay, next thing is you need to give the setter and getter methods for these variables. ये variables के लिए setter getter methods देनी है. So help me out. Now how to provide, suppose first let us give the getter methods. I want to access height using the getter method. So what will be the return type
Public
for the height?
get into value.
Yeah, this was the remaining. So public double is a return type. Name of the method will be get height. Now see the naming convention. This is the camel case. Starting of the letter is small letter,
Small.
and if the next word is coming, you have to give the uh, letter as a caps. Okay.
Caps. Mm.
So just return. So you can use this keyword or not. It's fine because you are not differentiating between instance and local. So definitely, if it is a non-static variable, you can able to access in the non-static method as well. So it totally depends on you whether you want to use this or not. So I'm just returning height. Is it clear, Rajat?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, for width, public return type is double, get width and just return width. Clear?
Sir, we are using only get, not set.
हाँ इसके बाद सेट लिखेंगे.
Okay, sir.
So as per the problem statement I am going just okay. इसने बोला है
Mm-hmm.
पहले get लिख दो फिर set लिखो. ठीक है?
Okay, sir.
Now setter methods. So it totally depends on you. If you want to give the getter setter for a single variable for 10 seconds, it totally depends on you. So for the setter method, we do not need to return anything. Name of the method is set height. What parameter I need to pass?
Mm.
Definitely height set करना
Height,
है तो
height. Yes,
height
sir.
pass करो. ठीक
Double
है?
height.
Double height. So over here you need to add the validation again. If someone supply height lesser than 0, then you need to just initialize that instance variable with the value equals to
0.
0. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise,
Else,
otherwise you can
else
set the value whatever it is
as
coming.
it is.
So you can
This
differentiate using this dot
node height equal to height.
equals to height. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Similarly for width
For
as well,
width,
set width
double
double width. Then if width
width is less than
is less than 0, then this dot
mm,
width equals to 0.
0.
Else
This dot
this dot width equals to
width.
width. Please confirm. Is it clear, everyone? So Abhishek, if you see the instance variable, they all of type double. So we are using the double only. Okay. Is it clear, Prashant?
Yes, sir.
What's the problem? So over here we are setting up the width by applying some validation. Over here we are setting up the height by applying the validation. And in this two method we are just getting those variables. Okay. Now this task is done. Can I say that? ये task हो गया. One more method is
Yes, sir.
there. Okay.
Mm.
So set height is also done. Set width is also done. Yeah. Okay, Abhishek, I will unmute you after this. Now one more method we need to provide.
Method
Read this one.
name get area without any
Okay.
parameter. It needs
So
to
it needs
return
to
the
return the
area of
area
the
of the
wall.
wall, right? So we
Yes.
need to provide one more method, name as get area, right? So what
Yes.
should be the return type of the area? Means there is a
Is
wall whose width and height is given. So width into
the
height will be the
double.
area. Definitely return type should be the double. Nice. So name of the area is get area. Parameter, we do not need to supply any parameter over here. Already we have set up the values for the width and height. Just you need to do the multiplication for the uh, width into
Star. Right.
height. Everyone, is it clear? Please confirm.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. Now, what is the next thing? We have to test our code. So this is the testing value they have given to us. So I'm just copy pasting the same and we will verify whether our output is right or wrong based on the given condition. So output should be if we supply first is you can say that 5 4
Five
means
four.
if you see 5 and 4. So if you see our constructor, okay, over here. So we supply first height, then width. Okay, so let's try to see the area. Will you tell me the area if we supply height as pi, then width as a 4? What should be the area?
20.
20, definitely. Then for this example, means that line number 51, the output at the 52 will be 20.0 because it is a type double. Then we are in the line number 53 for the same object. See, for the same object, I am setting the height to minus 1.5. Will you tell me what will be the new value for the height?
0.
0. Nice. Now, if you want to get the width for the same object, what is the width?
Uh, with this
First,
4,
first is the height, second is
yeah,
the four.
4. Yeah, 4, sir.
4. So actually, they have what they have given width as 5. So they have considered first variable as
The
width, second variable as the height.
height.
But I have considered first variable as a height, second variable as a width. It's fine. Or if you want to change, you can change. So let us change according to the problem statement. So first is width, second is height. If I just change in the constructor, this will be fine because using the constructor only I am setting up the value, not using this sequence. Actually, using this sequence, we are setting up the values. Now tell me value for the width.
4.
Now this will be 4.0.
0.
Value for the height for the same object.
Sir, means it becomes 0 or 5.0.
What value we set? It is 1.5. So
Yeah,
new value will be
0.
0. Definitely it should be 0. Then what is the area?
Area becomes 0, sir.
So let us see whether we will get the same output or not. Okay. Now, are we getting the same output? 2500. So for getting width,
Yes, sir.
firstly we are setting up the width. So width is 5. So we should get over here 5 only, no? Because first variable is up for width. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Huh, okay. So see, someone is asking ki why we are writing if condition for two times. So as per their problem statement, they told us to apply validation in the constructor as well. So if you see our constructor over here, so we are also applying the validation. So when you create the object using the parameterized constructor, when you pass those values, at that time only we are also checking whether height is less than 0 or width is less than 0. If this you can say that unexpected value or the edge condition means we don't want this kind of values, means negative values. We cannot have the height in negative and the width in the negative. So in that case, I am setting up to the 0. Okay. So is it clear? Who has asked this? Praveen? So yeah, anyone has any doubt in this question, they can try to raise the hand. Rajat, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Rajat. Thank you. You can mute.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone have any doubt? You can raise your hand. Or shall we move to the next problem? Okay, Arijit. Yeah, you can unmute Arijit.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sir, one thing I need to check. Can you please, yes, in the problem, sir. What happen if we don't give this? Can you scroll down a little bit, sir?
This
Or
is your
or more?
parameterized constructor. Let me write this parameterized uh, constructor. And this is your zero argument constructor. Zero arg constructor. ठीक है, बोलो.
Yes, scroll down a little bit, sir. Yes. Can you um erase this 5 and 4, sir? This value.
So nice. So
Okay,
we are
sir.
creating the object using zero argument constructor.
Okay, sir.
Uh,
Now I am referring to my OJ platform. Then the
no, no, no. Don't,
compiler,
don't compare with this OJ first of all,
yes, sir.
because on OJ we don't allow you to create the objects. Okay? We are not because we don't learn about the input taking. So at that place, don't think about this statement to use at that place. first of all. If it is related with the OJ, means don't compare. If you have any question over here with respect to this specific problem, tell me over
No, no, this
here.
problem I can understand totally, sir.
Okay, ठीक है, you can at least tell me what was your question.
So, sir, the question is, I don't know if I have to put the value or not, because if I put the value, they are showing that it was already given. But if I haven't put the value, they are showing that value is already given. Though, so that's why I'm a little
So
bit
see, from
confused.
the backend, we are creating the objects. We are handling those methods which we are providing you over here. So let me give you one of the, let me open one of the question. For example, this one. Okay. So this is the method. This is the custom method, means created by some user, created by the person who has
Yes, sir.
created
But
this
in there,
question.
no, there was
Right?
no public.
Sorry.
In there, there was not written any public. No, there was no method actually. Only a class was written,
So
and
that's what I'm telling you. We are just showing you the part. If you recall my statement, previous statement as well, we are just showing the part of the code where you need to write a specific implementation. We are not showing you the exactly how the main class is look like, how the main method is there, how we are supplying the arguments, which is not necessary right now because you haven't learned those things. Okay, just you need to focus over here, just the implementation part. But if you want to explore more, you can use the replit. You can supply your custom parameters from here and you can check your codes. Getting it?
okay, sir. Just for some knowledge, sir.
Mhm.
What is the difference? I really didn't getting it, that difference between Replit and OJ.
Okay.
What are they means? What are they already put up, and what we have to
So
put extra
yeah.
in
So see, on OJ
Replit
na, we
system?
mostly solve the DSA problem where logic implementation part is there. Okay. But on the Replit, you are mostly getting the feel of coding, how the variables you declare, how the constructor you declare, how you call the methods, how you declare the main method, how you can supply the different parameters, how you can check your code by supplying some age conditions.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
over
Yes.
here you apply some validation. So this give you the feeling of coding over here. And on OJ, this it is giving the feeling of more implementation part, means logical part. You can say that DSA. Okay, data structure algorithm means it is again you are going to learn more about this in upcoming blocks. But yeah, it's this question is valid. I understand it. And again, as time will going to proceed, you are slowly going to see the difference between this. From next block, you are going to have some different editor. So again, you are going to feel it why we use OJ for those problems and why we use the editors. Okay, don't worry about this. Right now, just do the things, you will understand the difference. Okay.
Yes, sir. Should I mute myself, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So Shivam, already I have covered that problem. Okay, let me unmute Shivam. I don't know whether he was present or not. Yeah, Shivam, please unmute.
Yes, sir.
So
Sir,
already I have covered that problem 420 wala. If you remember this wala
okay,
problem,
sir.
where it is not there right now, but 420 means we need to convert it into the string. So have you attended all the classes?
No,
PBS
sir. In that,
170?
I think I missed that part.
Yeah. So please do watch. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So Razi, you need to watch the recording again then, because step by step I have implemented the code. And if you're telling me again, I need to tell me where it starts and where it ends. So at least you need to watch the recording because I need to cover the second problem as well. Okay, we don't have that much time. Okay. Apart from this, someone has raised the hand. Okay. So let me check. Yes, Abhishek, she can unmute.
Sir, actually, I joined 5 minutes late. After that, everything bounced.
Okay, so you missed something. So you need to watch the recording then at that time. Okay. So because see, again, I'm going to start with some another question. So please do concentrate. Okay.
Sir, can you sir tell me, sir, what is parameterized constructor like?
So parameterized constructor we use in order to initialize this value. Right now, I am just declaring these two instance variable. Yes or no? तो इसको कुछ values देनी पड़ेंगी ना. So how we can give this value? Better option is using the parameterized constructor. So when you create the object in this way, so you can supply the parameter means 4,6 or 5,6 depends on your parameter you can supply. Whenever you will supply the values from here, so this is what? This is parameterized constructor. This 4 and 6 go over here. So this 4 value is of width and 6 value is of height. So in this way, you are just checking the validation whether these two values are positive, or we can say that greater than 0 or not. So if yes, then you are just setting up those values. Is it clear?
Sir.
Yeah. Apart from this, Pawan, you need to unmute. I don't know what you want to ask. So, yeah, Pawan.
Sir, my doubt is where we put the value for the output. Just like our output is area equal to 20 and width equal to 5. So where is the value? I don't think so.
So, which values you are telling?
The given from the problem statement, sir.
This problem statement.
Yeah,
ये वाला.
yeah, first one.
So, you are telling ki where is this problem, right?
Yeah, sir. मतलब sir, in this problem, wall equal to new wall equal to there is given for 5 and 4 value. And uh, after before some time in our program, the solution program, you don't give that value, so I'm getting confused.
अच्छा. Okay, you are telling that what if I don't give any value, right?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Okay, I was about to explain this. Thanks for reminding. Stay unmuted. So let me give you an idea. Now, will you tell me, is this a parameterized constructor or zero argument constructor? Okay, you have unmuted. I want, okay, Vipur, you also raised your hand. Vipur, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
so is it a parameterized constructor or zero argument constructor?
Sir, it's zero argument.
Zero argument. So let's see where is our zero argument constructor. So can I say that this is our zero argument constructor?
Yes, sir.
So if I don't supply any values, so by default, what values we are setting up to the height and width? By default, which values I am giving?
Zero and
Zero.
zero.
Okay. Now,
Yes,
will
sir.
you tell me what can be the area now?
Zero.
What can be the height?
Height would be zero.
Then can I say that all the things will be zero?
Yes, sir.
Try to run this. Getting it, the difference.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear,
But
Pawan? Yeah, you can tell me.
sir, but we have also set the value as minus. Okay, minus 1.5 would become to zero. If we set any other value like minus 1.5, give any other value.
You give the plus 1.5. Now tell me answer for width.
Width would be zero
So for width will be 0.
and height would be 1.5.
Height will be 1.5. And what will be the new area?
Zero.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Yeah, answer. Let's try to run this. Getting it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. You are setting up, in short, line number 52, you are setting up the new value to the height. Okay, but you are giving some positive value. So that's why it is get set up, because it is a greater than 0, you can say that.
And
So
how will get function will work? Like,
so yeah, just a second. Rahul is asking, what if we give the public access modifier? Yeah, you can give. Right now, just for the understanding, I have told you key. I want to use this variable specific to this class only. That's why I use the private. Okay. Yes, people.
and what about get function? We can use it here also.
Yeah, you can use get function as well. For example, we have set up the value of the height. Okay, over here only we use the get function. Na? See,
Yes, yes, yes.
ठीक है?
Okay, sir. That is so. Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Rohit, your question is also nice. Ki, if we are using the parameterized constructor to set up the values to height and width, then why to use the setter methods, right? Yeah, it totally depends. Suppose I want to create my object. Let me keep it 4 and 5. Now I want to create the second object. Now I want to change the method of creating the object. Means I want to create the object with zero argument constructor. Okay. Now at this point, can I say that I have to use the setter methods to set up the values because I don't use the parameterized constructor now. Now I want to set the height, for example. So at this point, you can supply your whatever the height value you want to supply. Similarly, you can supply the width as well. For example, 10. And now you can print the area. So let us see area by changing the wall dot get area. So obj dot get area. Will you tell me what will be the answer for this type now? So they are of double type. So I want to include the c dot 0 or not. It will be also fine. You will get the output in the dot 0 only. What will be the area? Can I say that it will be 900.0? Let us try to run this. कहाँ पर है? Okay, let me clear this. A second. Lots of screens are visible over here. Yeah. Are we getting the 900 area for the second object, which is of zero argument constructor? Is it clear when to use the setter methods now? When you are not using the parameterized constructor, at that time you can use the setter method. Clear? Okay, fine. Let us move to the next question now. We have taken the lots of doubt. So this is your next question. Who wants to volunteer? Anyone wants to volunteer? Come on. Or do I need to directly read and apply? Anyone? Anyone wants to volunteer this? Do you have any classes after 6? Or anything? Nothing, I think so, right? So we can at least extend. Okay, what do you have after 6? Some of you are telling we don't have those. Okay, okay. At what time? At what time? Acha, at 6 only. So we have very less time. Okay. No worry, we will try to complete. So who wants to volunteer? Come on, guys, you are not volunteering. So yeah, Abhishek.
Yeah, hi sir.
Yeah, hi. Read this problem.
So you have to represent the point in 2D space. Write a class with the name point, the class name two field, instance variables with the name x and y of a type int. The class need to have two constructor. The first constructor does not have any parameter, no argument constructor. The second constructor have a parameter x and y of a type int, and it need to initialize the field. Write the following method: instance method name get x. Without any parameter, it need to be return the value of a x field. Method name get y. Without any parameter, it need to return the value of a y field. Method name.
Fine. So you have to represent the point in 2D space. Write a class with the name point. Okay. Class name ka kya? What is the name of the class?
Point.
Okay. The class needs to have the two field instance variable with x and y. Let us try to create the class first. Okay. Abhishek?
Yes, sure.
Okay. My keyboard. But touch is not working. Just a second. So let's create one class with the name as point.java. Okay. So
Yes.
class point opening and closing bracket, two instance variable of type int having the name as x and int y. Okay, done till
The
now?
the class
Yes.
name is point actually. There is a spelling mistake.
Okay, fine.
Yes, right. Now we
Okay.
have to create a two constructor.
Okay. So, okay, you read the remaining part as well. Let me check. So the class needs to have two constructor. The first constructor does not have any parameter, no arg constructor. Second constructor has a parameter x and y of type int only. It needs to be initialized the fields. Same way. So how to create a constructor of this class? You can give
Public
some
point.
identifier as a
Yeah.
public. Name of
And
the
class name.
constructor will be same as that of the class name. Then suppose if someone don't supply any value, so by default I'm giving the value as
Zero.
0. Even though the default value will remain 0, if I do this thing or not, the value will remain 0 only. Okay, मैं अगर ये
Yes,
करता हूँ
right.
ये भी करूँ तो value will be remain 0. So
Yes.
let's do not give any value this time. ठीक है?
Yes. Okay.
Now parameterize constructor int x.
Int
So
x
guys,
and
I'm
y.
telling you in all the way what can be the possible conditions if I give the value, if I don't give the value. So this dot x will be equals to x, then
Yes, this dot
this
y
dot
equals to the
y.
y.
y. So are they telling us to apply the validation in the constructor? No, they don't tell us. ठीक है, यहाँ पे कुछ validation नहीं लगाना है हमें. ठीक है. Now
Yes.
write the method name as getX without any parameter. Get y, set x, set y. Can I say that these four methods are nothing but getter and setter methods?
Yes, right.
Okay, so let us try to give the getter setter method for x and y. First, try to give the setter method. So how to set the value to the x? Public.
Yeah, public
Type
void
set
set
x.
x.
So do I need to pass any parameter?
Yes, we have to pass.
We have to pass int x. Then how to set
This
this?
x equals to the x.
Okay. Similarly,
Yes.
let us try to set the y. Set y int y this dot y equals to y. Then next thing is for
Getter.
getter
Get
method. So
get x.
for get x, so we have to give the
Int.
return type as int. Instead of set, we have to use get
X.
parameter. We don't
No,
need
we
the
do not have parameter. Yeah.
then just we need to return the return what?
X. Return x.
Return x, or you
X.
can have the this dot x will also be fine. So
Yeah, both can
there
be.
is only one variable, so we do not have to write any this over here. Now get y and y. Is it clear right now?
Yes, right.
Please confirm everyone. Is it clear? Okay. Now, before we proceed, let me give you one idea. Public static void main string args. Let us define one method. Public return type is void print hello. Okay, so system dot out dot
Print hello.
println hello. Okay.
Yes.
Now, how to call this method?
So firstly, we have to create a class like object. So point
point
p
p
equals to
equals to
new.
new point.
Then
You can
again
give any
point.
variable name. I have given the point. So
There
can I
is a
use?
spelling mistake. I.
Okay. So p dot
Yeah. So p dot hello, like print hello.
say print
Hello.
hello, right?
Yes.
Let's call this. So our class name is
Point.
point dot java. Okay. Let's see the
Yes.
output. Getting the right output.
Right.
Now give the answer for this. What is this method? Line number 34.
Like
Can I say
both are
that
the
this
same.
is the both are same? Can I say that this is a duplicate method?
Yes, right.
Okay. But what if I supply some parameter over here, string
Yes.
name? Now, will you tell me, is this duplicate still?
No, no, like this will behave differently because in
This
the
is
first we have,
different method, right?
yes,
So this is called as the if two methods are same, means names are same, but their parameters are different. So this comes under the concept of polymorphism, or
polymorphism.
yes, it is called as static polymorphism. So these two methods are now name are same, but parameters are different.
Different.
So how to call the second method? Just you
So
need to
we have
pass
to
the
pass
parameter.
the, yeah, parameter. Then
So if I
yes,
pass the parameter of
in the
type,
string, in the yes,
so let's try to run this. So this time you will get what output you will get.
name Abhishek.
So you will get hello
Hello,
Abhishek.
Abhishek.
Okay, so have you got idea about the static polymorphism, all of you? Just wanted to give
Yes.
the idea. Okay, hope it is clear. Now, okay, let us come back to our problem. So read this statement, Abhishek, these two.
Method name distance without any parameter. It need to return the distance between the point and this point and the point 0, 0 as double.
Okay, fine. Okay, stop over here. So actually, see, 2D space is given, means you can consider 2D space in this way. This is y, this is x. Okay, this is the 2D space. I'm considering both are positive. Suppose this point is given to you, having some coordinate. For example, x is 2, y is also 2. Okay, so this is origin 0, 0. So what this line is telling you, method name as a distance without any parameter, it needs to return the distance between this point and the given point, means 0, 0 as a double. Means what?
So we have to create a method called at a distance, and there we have to return the double, the like point 0.0 as a double.
So when we don't supply any parameter, okay, so we
Yes.
can say that we need to find out the distance from the, in short, you can say that, suppose this is one kind of, when there is nothing we set for the x and y, you need to find out distance from the origin. Okay, no worry. So first tell me, if this is the point, and if you want to find out the distance of this point from the origin, so how you can? How you can? So will you tell me? Just let me give you one hint. This is your y, which is equals to 2, and this is your x, is till now. This is also equals to 2. Can we apply Pythagoras theorem?
Yes, sir.
What it tells to you? Square root of x square plus y square. Everyone
Y
is
square.
clear with this? How to find out distance?
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay, might be Abhishek, you are late, so no worry, just it's okay. You can recall the means revisit the recording. Okay. So okay, if you understood this, let's just try to create a method name as distance. Okay? And it
Okay.
do not have any parameter. So return type is what? Double.
Double
So public double name is,
distance.
and it do not take any parameter. So if you see the how we find out the distance, so we have to use the square root of x square plus y square,
Y square.
right? So in Java, we have a class name as
Math
math.
dot squared.
Yeah, we
SQRT.
have a method known as SQRT, which is going to find out the square root of any number that you supply. So what we need to supply over here, x into x plus
Y into Y.
y into y, means x square plus y square. Okay, is it clear,
Yes.
everyone, what I did over here? It is very similar to that x square plus y square inside the square root. Okay, so read the second method.
Method name distance with the two parameter x, y, both of a type int. It need to return the distance between this point and point x, y as a double.
So what exactly it is telling you? Please concentrate over here. For example, again, we have the this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Method need so for method whose name is distance with the two parameter x and y, both of type int, it needs to return the distance between this dot point and means this point like x and y as a double.
X and Y.
Means what you are going to create a method whose name is distance, and there are two parameter x comma y. So for example, these two parameters are somewhere over here. ये एक point है p2, and if you remember, suppose you have created the object using some other parameters, ठीक है, and this parameter having the location over here. So you need to find out distance between these two. This is what this second method is telling you. So how you can find out distance between these two? So let me give you a hint again over here. So if you just see this, so see how we can find out this part and this part. So can I say that for finding out this part, this will be your y2, and this will be your y1, and this will be your x1, and this will be your x2. So how you will find out? So can I say that this will be x2 minus x1?
Yes.
And this will be your y2 minus y1. Just do the square root of this. Is it clear about the second method? Please confirm. Is it clear? You got unmuted again, Abhishek.
No, sorry, sir. I actually by mistakenly I muted.
Okay, let us try to create the second method.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Yes.
So name of the method is again remain same.
Yes,
But
sir.
now in this time you will be
You
going
have to
to
put the
pass some
parameters.
two values like int x comma int y. Okay. And
Yes.
next thing is you have to first find out like distance between the 2x and 2y.
X2.
So
Yes.
I will give the value as distance of x will be equals to. So how to get the current object x value? So this
X.
dot x minus x, and int dy will be equals to this dot y minus y.
Minus Y.
Okay, so instead of over here x, we need to add dx
DX and
and
DY.
dy. Now you might be thinking, what about this result? This can be negative as well. Yeah, you are right. But even though if it is negative, the final square of this two negative value will be again positive. Am I right? Even
Yes,
though
right.
if dx is negative, so negative into negative, it will be positive. Is it clear?
Yes, right.
Okay. Now read this last wali method.
Method name distance with the parameter another of a type point, and it need to return the distance between this point and another point as a double.
Yeah. So guys, this is again very interesting method whose name is distance. But now in this time you are not passing the parameter which is of primitive type. Now you are going to pass the parameter which is of reference type. Means वो जो class है point उसी का ये object एक pass कर रहे हो, but it is a different object. Okay, and according to this object, definitely don't you think that this object will also going to have this own x and y?
Yes, right.
Okay, and also you are going to create some object p2. It is also going to have some x and y. So just you
Yes.
need to find out the difference, means distance of this two object point on the 2D coordinate. So again, it is again very similar to that one only. Just you need to take out the x and y from that object variable. So how to take out? Very simple. Let us see. Now instead of we can say that primitive
Point
type, we have the object
Point
type.
P.
Okay, so I'm giving the point P. So how to take out the x and y from that parameterized object? So again, very simple. So current object x is this dot x minus p dot x. Can I say that?
Yes, right.
Similarly, dy will be equals to this dot y equal minus p dot y. Then this is what you need to do. Instead of x, it will be dx, and it will be dy. Okay, is it clear? Everyone, please confirm. Now, let us try to test our code based on their values. So over here, they are given the different values. I'm going to attach this problem as well. No worry. So, for example, I'm creating the first object. We will take only first object, and second object. Okay, just concentrate on this line. first line पे concentrate करो. Now will you tell me which constructor will get called when we supply the parameter of type int 6 and 5? कौन सा वाला constructor will get called? Can I say that parameterized constructor?
Yes.
ये वाला?
Yes.
So you are going to initialize the value of x and
X
y.
and Y. Yes,
Then
sir.
first dot distance. First dot distance means कौन सी method will be get called? Can I say that this method will get called?
Yes, sir.
So
And-
when this method is getting called, so what exactly you are doing? You are just going to find out, see what distance you are going to find out. Suppose this x and y already given. So they have given the x and y as 6 and 5. Okay, so you just need to find out the distance of this point from the origin.
Yeah, there is a
This is what-
spelling mistake in the distance class, so it will not call.
Okay, let me check distance. Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
in the line number 31 as well as 35 and 41 as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, now
So
it's
will you tell me output for this? So can I say that it will be the square root of 6 square plus 5 square means 36 plus 25.
yes.
How much? 36 plus 25. I'm waiting for your responses. It is 61. And what is the square root of 61? So 7 square is 49, 8 square is 64. So can I say that it in between 7 to 8
6
might
point
be
something like
it is some 7.8, right? So run it.
Okay.
Yeah, are we getting the right output?
Yes.
Yes or no? Okay. Now let us try to create the second object of this class by supplying the values as 3 and
1.
1. Or before that, what I'm going to give? Okay, ये वाला method run करते हैं. हाँ. Will you tell me what exactly this method is doing?
Yeah, like we are distance first.
This one. So first dot
We are
distance 2 comma 2 means if you see that 2 comma 2, can I say that this method will be get called?
Yes.
ठीक है. On what variable I am calling? See, ये पहले वाले object पर ही मैं call कर रहा हूँ. So can I say that we have to find out distance between 6 5 point and 2 2 point means these two coordinates are there. You can consider this as a, let me give you idea how exactly this will look like. So see, already I have created the object using 6 and 5. So can I say that 6 comma 5 it will be present over here. Now I want to find out the distance of 6 comma 5 from 2 comma 2. So 2 comma 2 कहीं पर यहाँ पर है. So इन दोनों का distance find out करना है. So if you remember how we have find out this distance, so just we use y2 minus y1 x2 minus x1. Remember?
Yes.
ठीक है. So let's see the output. Sorry. So this will be something like I think 2 point or 5. Okay. So 5 point something means you can do the cross verification as well. Whatever we have used the formula accordingly, you can also try from your side. Nice.
Okay.
Okay. Now what exactly I'm doing at line number 55? I'm creating the second object. It's what you can say that some math it's involved. You are right. So and it is not very complicated as well. It's very simple. So I'm creating the second object. I'm passing the second object using the first variable. First dot distance means what exactly I'm doing, guys. So if you see this method where I'm passing the parameter of type object or reference, you can say that.
Yeah,
So you can say that, yeah. So initially this point was there means this first object. ठीक है, फर्स्ट ऑब्जेक्ट यहाँ पर है एंड सेकेंड ऑब्जेक्ट आई एम क्रिएटिंग विद द वैल्यू फर्स्ट ऑब्जेक्ट की वैल्यू है 6,5 एंड सेकेंड ऑब्जेक्ट की वैल्यू है 3,1. सो सेकेंड ऑब्जेक्ट का यहाँ पर क्रिएट हुआ है 3,1. सो पहले कोऑर्डिनेट्स थे, अभी यहाँ पर ऑब्जेक्ट है. सो जस्ट वेरी सिमिलर वे आई विल डू द कैलकुलेशन. सो लेट अस ट्राई टू रन दिस एंड लेट्स सी द आउटपुट. Very greater than 5. Yeah. Nice. So at line number 62, what I am doing? I am creating the object using which constructor, Abhishek?
So default constructor where we
Zero argument. Okay. अगर zero argument constructor रहेगा, so what values will get assigned to x and y?
0
Default
and 0.
values 0
Yeah.
and 0. And if I want to find out the distance, point dot distance. Point dot distance means x and y both are 0. So can I say that output will be again a 0?
Yes, right.
Okay. So let us see. We should get the output as 0, 0. Let's see. Yeah. Getting the right output?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we are done with this. And if you match the output over here, yeah, we are getting the same output. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, Abhishek, thank you. You can mute yourself, and I will attach this code to your course platform. It's on the same lecture. You can see the solution of this problem statement also I will attach. And I have already attached the yesterday's notes as well on the course platform only. You can see over there. And let me